Welcome back, True Seeker. Let me make sure we're fired up here and everyone can get in the chat. And if so, we'll get underway. Get in the chat. All right, we got Suzanne and Jeremy here. Let's see. We got 10 people in the building. All right. I'll get, if you guys want to start throwing out requests for games you want to look at, now's the time. Set up here with a window to work in. Remember, try to save the NFL request for tomorrow. Saturday, we go over the NFL thoroughly, so now's a better time to cover other games. Sports Syndicate says he's watching Syracuse versus Louisville, and they did a third quarter 44 tribute. We've seen that before. What's up, Jonathan? Any games you guys want to look at? Funny. Score 44, 44 degrees. Jim Brown, number 44. Yeah, that Lakers over Kings game. I talked about that in the last preview. I said the Lakers would be perfect to go 6-6 against the Kings. King James with his 66 book Bible, born in 1566. FSU versus Notre Dame, UCLA tonight. Did the UCLA game already start? All right, FSU versus Notre Dame was the first request, so we'll go there. All right, let's see. FSU, Notre Dame. So playing November 10th. So let's get our date numerology. We always start with the date numerology. I'll zoom this in here. Foundation always. I don't know about the date. We got 59 date numerology. And anytime you get a number that's prime, make the note about what prime relationship it is. 59 is the 17th prime. Unless you follow what they taught last week on Sunday Night Football. Last week they taught that one's the first prime, which isn't really true. Once upon a time, one was considered the first prime, but then in more recent mathematics, they decided two's the first prime number. Generally recognized. You guys missed the numerology lesson on SNF last week. You got to go back and check that out. Jeremy's got it on his channel. I put up a video on it. Comical stuff. SNF equals 12, so does Tom, and Tom was the victor after the 12 numerology lesson on SNF. All right, so November 10th, what else do we want to know about that date? It's the day leaving 51 days left in the year, and it's the 314th day. Pi. 314th day of the year, leaving 51 days remaining. Okay, so when we look at the college football games tomorrow, these are our numbers. All right, so FSU Notre Dame. And let's see what the history is. FSU college football head-to-head records. Let's see what they've done against Notre Dame. All right, so they played 8 times, and they're 6-2. So this will be the ninth meeting. Ninth meeting between FSU and Notre Dame. Notre Dame, it was FSU, right? FSU leads 6-2. So FSU leads. All right. Okay. So let's look at what's happened. Who's at home again tomorrow? Notre Dame's at home. They're the 3 seed. So they're definitely going to be the favorite. All right, let's see here. So at Notre Dame, Florida State is 2-1. They haven't played at Notre Dame for some time here. Not since 2003. The last time they got a win there was 15 years ago. So make a note. FSU is 2-1 at Notre Dame. Last time they played, FSU did beat Notre Dame 31-27, and October 18th. Let's see how long it was from the last game. A little more than 4 years ago. October 18th, right? 2014. Time they played was 212 weeks ago. All right, let's look at these coaches here for these games. So, Notre Dame football coach, Brian Kelly, October 25th. So his birthday was 16 days before the game, a span of 17. How old is he? He's 57. 16 days, a span of 17. We need the Brian Kelly coaching record. All right, with Notre Dame, it's going to be his 113th game. There's a number we know. He is 78-34. All-time 188th game. He is 131-56. All right, next coach. Florida State University football coach, Willie Taggart. Let's see here. Willie Taggart birthday, 42 years old, August 27th. Whoops. All right, Willie Taggart coaching record. Let's see here. Tenth game, he's 4-5. And all-time 107th game, he's 51-55. All right. Let's take a moment and just think about the teams and see if any of these numbers give us any indicator. So we got the Florida State University Seminoles and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. So let's take a peek at the gematria. Notre Dame. Fighting Irish. Did that reflect with anything we looked at? Right, let's just take a peek at Fighting Irish. I'll note that Fighting Irish equals here equals 73 because that's the 21st prime. We got 21 date numerology. We got a prime relationship. All right. Seminoles. Aha. Seminoles is 132. He can pick up his 132nd win all time. Those are the types of clues we look for right there. Brian Kelly can get his 132nd win over the Seminoles. Florida State University. Seminoles. FSU. Seminoles. Just as a note here, FSU does equal 35. He could get his 35th loss, but I think what's stronger is the 132nd win. So let's see. The next piece we got to look at is the quarterbacks. Look at the QBs. Notre Dame starting quarterback. So Ian Book's going to miss the game. Ian Book's out. Who's in his place? Brandon Wimbush. All right, Brandon Wimbush. There's a name. Okay, Brandon Wimbush. Let's see what kind of numbers he's got. Wimbush. Brandon Wimbush birthday. December 17th. He's 21 years old. His last birthday to the game is look at that. It's going to be his 47th week of his age. There's a special number, huh? It's time. It's time for him to get a start. I just want to see I want to double check and make sure 329 is not prime. I don't think it is. 7 times 47, the factorization. Okay. So Brandon Wimbush gets start for ND, 47 weeks from birthday. All right. And nothing jumped out about his name gematria. FSU starting quarterback. It's this guy. I remember covering him in weeks past. Okay. DeAndre. There we go. On the 43rd day of the year, the right day for a football player. Let's see. February 12th, 2018. It's going to come 271 days after his birthday, or on his 272nd day of his age. 271 is the 58th prime. I don't think there were any 58s on the game. We know what that number means, but I don't think anyone had that connection in terms of win-loss records. Think about how FSU equals 17. All right. Oh, actually, hold on. Was Wimbush 32? Wimbush is 32. His name did connect to the date numerology. About his name gematria. Let's see here. 78. All right. I was hoping we'd see some numbers related to pi in the decode. But I think the strongest connection here is the fact that he can pick up his 132nd win. You know what else is big about 132? Catholic Church has that gematria of 132. And just think about what we saw earlier this year on Christopher Columbus Day, who was paid for by the Catholic Church, who planted the seeds of the genocide of the natives. So this will be symbolic, him getting his 132nd win all time with Notre Dame, the Catholic school, over the Seminoles, which is a native team. This is similar to the Christopher Columbus Day ritual. Don't forget that United States of America is also 132. So I definitely like Notre Dame to get this W here. I think this is just a lot like the native genocide riddles we saw on Columbus Day again. So let me take it out to the chat. Let me see if anybody else has anything to add. Thanks for the compliment, Suave. Yeah, Jules, he was talking about the networks, which we've definitely documented in the past in regards to basketball. Sure I didn't miss anything here about this game. Thanks for the QBs, Frabru. Should have just came to the chat. Could have got them quicker from you. Somebody's trying to call right now. I'm going to answer just in case they're listening and want to add something. Hello?
Hello, it's Zachary Hubbard.
This is.
Hey, Zachary, how you doing?
Doing well. Are you in the live stream right now?
I was listening to the live stream, but I had to stop because I had something I was doing. Is it over or is it still on?
Oh, no, I'm doing a current live stream right now, so I got to be with this audience right now. I thought you were calling from the current live stream.
Oh, no, okay. I'll go back and I'll listen to the new live stream, but I need to talk to you about something.
All right, well, you can call me back tomorrow.
I'll call you back on it.
All right, yeah. All right, yeah. Take care, man. See you.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, bye. Tell you what, this new Gematria hotline is busy. That guy who you guys are asking about who called in earlier today, he said he was going to call in tomorrow during the football decode. So if you're on for the football decodes tomorrow, we'll talk to him some more, pick his brain some more. All right. The other requested game was UCLA. All right. Oh, playing my Sun Devils. All right, let's see. UCLA versus the Sun Devils. All right. After I do the coaches, I'll come back to the chat and look for the QB information this time. Let's see. All right, so next game. Got the same date numerology. I'll just copy and paste that down here. Get rid of these notes. Oh. All right, let's see here. Close up some of these tabs. Where did my thing just go? No. All right, here we go. Got it right here. All right, so this will be the 35th meeting, and UCLA leads 20-13-1. Well, we already know we got 20 date numerology, right? So that's a big clue right there. UCLA can pick up 21st win. Oftentimes we see cities that suffer from tragedies. They end up getting a pat on the back in the sports world. So let's see here. Look up who the head coach is for UCLA. It's Chip Kelly. He used to coach at Oregon. Short stint in the NFL. All right, Chip Kelly birthday. November 25th. So he's just days away. That means that 351 days. Chip Kelly's 351st day of his age, the 26th triangular. Special numbers there. Chip Kelly coaching record. Let's see what he's got here. Wow, what a terrible start. You know what? He can become 3-7 in this game, right? UCLA, 21 plus 3 plus 12 plus 1, 37, right? Just like how Los Angeles is 37. So he can become 3-7. That jumps out right away. But I guess I'm looking back at the date. I'm also noticing that ASU could pick up their 14th win. ASU also equals 14. let's see here. I think Herm Edwards is the coach at ASU now. Let's see here. Herm Edwards. What? Herm Edwards. College coaching record. I'm pretty sure it's his first year with Arizona State. I'm not sure if Herm Edwards had ever coached college before this year. Damn. Why is it not working? He played at San Diego State. Yeah, he did. Okay, so anyway, he has the same record as Arizona State. The last time they played, look at how much Arizona State went down with 37. Think that's an accident? Again, college to pro, it's all scripted. That's funny. They played exactly a year ago, 52 weeks. Let's see. November 10th, 2018. I just want to see what the team records are here. Okay. ASU 5-4, 3-3 in the conference. What I should have looked at was what Chip Kelly's overall record is. So overall, it's his 63rd game. He's 48-14. All right. All right, let's just look at all the names here. Brooms. All right. UCLA. Remember how it was his 351st day of his age there for Chip Kelly? 351, the 26th triangular. UCLA has, or was it Brooms? Which one was it? UCLA has the 26th thing. Game 26. All right. I forgot to look at Herm Edwards' birthday. Hold on, I need Herm Edwards' birthday up here too when we look at this. April 27th. I'm on the 117th day. Let's see. It's 197 days after his birthday. And of 198. Okay, let's see. All right, how about UCLA Brooms? UCLA Bruins connects to the date numerology. University of California, Los Angeles. Oh, 187. Never knew that before. Bruins. Picture. Football name there, huh? All right, Sun Devils. Sun Devils 5-5. What was Sun Devils equals 55. Could fall to 5-5. Let's see here. I just got to point out how Sun Devils is 35-55, just like Satan. That's kind of interesting. ASU Sun Devils. Arizona State University Sun Devils. Arizona State University. Wow, that's a trip. Notice with the Sun Devils, it's 139, and just without it, it's also 139. Notice also that Arizona State University is 311 because that's the 64th prime. They could improve to 3, 6, and 4. So that is noteworthy. Woo, makes it tougher though. Between these two date numerologies, I think that this one is the more significant because it takes into account all of the days. You know, this one, it's relevant, but it only takes into account the day and the month. We got to look at the QBs now. But so far, based on what we looked at, the fact that ASU can pick up their 14th win on a 14-date numerology, and the fact that 6 and 4 also makes sense. But man, this right here's got me. You know, this one right here is making me go, but wait a minute. All right, let's look. I'm coming to the chat for the QB information. Let me see. Where's those QBs at? 11-point favorites for ASU, huh? Nice work, Seahans. All right, there we go. Dorian Thompson Robinson, UCLA, 11-14. You must have given me that one. Manny Wilkins, ASU. Okay. 11-5. Oh wow, so they both have birthdays right around the game. So Manny Wilkins is playing 5 days after his birthday. Check out his gematria. Manny Wilkins. Nothing really jumps out in terms of the date. Birthday. Let's see here. And then our other QB is he's about to have his birthday. Dorian Thompson Robinson. Let's see here. He's got a gematria of 118, like Los Angeles, California. Guess he's in the right spot. 307. That's kind of like UCLA and Los Angeles too. UCLA is also 10 playing on the 10th. Let me just answer this just in case somebody's in the chat. Hello?
Hello?
Are you in
Can you
the?
hear me?
Yeah, I can. Are you in the sports chat right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Real quick, something about that game. Something you have to consider. Also, you have to consider the Vegas odds. Arizona is favored by 11 points, so that's something to take in consideration. So they like a heavy favorite, 11 points.
Right.
So that's it.
Right.
All right.
Oh, I agree. Is that all? All right, I guess that was all. Yeah, they're a heavy favorite, but still, we just got to look and see what the numbers are telling us too. So obviously, that ASU with a significantly better record so far at home is going to be the favorite. We're just seeing if there's an upset narrative here. Let me check the gematria of Chip Kelly too. That was something we didn't look at. Chip Kelly got good numbers for football. Chip Kelly is also 101 the 26th prime. Oh, that's interesting. Trying to think of a tiebreaker to look at here. Let's go back to the. Let's go back to the. Where did it go? Oh no, that's not the one. ESPN gives them a 19.4, a 1 in 5 chance to win essentially. The last time they played was a year ago. UCLA went down with 37. Wait a minute. What in the world? How come this is different than the last? Wait a minute. This is entirely different here than when we looked at it from the UCLA perspective. You see that? Oh, no, it's not. I'm tripping. 35th game. Oh, what did we see about 35? Sun Devils was 35. 35th game. So more does stack, I would say. Again, ASU can pick up their 14th win in the series on a date with 14 numerology and the most pure numerology method. Now we realize it's the 35th game. Sun Devils is 35 in the most pure cipher. ASU can improve to 6-4. Arizona State University 311, the 64th prime. There still is this upset narrative here, but in light of UCLA looking like a pretty lousy team, and ASU being formidable this year, the only question becomes, is there a clue here for the 11-point spread in the 11th month on the 10th day? 11 points. I hate spreads, you know. I haven't figured out the litmus test to see definitively what side a spread lands on. Let me take it to the chat. I do favor ASU to win that game, but do they cover the 11? That's the question. Yeah, ASU could lose and be 5-5. It is true. It is true. They last played 52 weeks ago, and it might even be in the Sun Devils. The word devil does have that gematria of 52. They won 44-37. Yeah. I saw that about Chip Kelly being on 14 losses. It is a thought that maybe if he won, he'd stay on 14 losses. So if he won, Chip Kelly. See, that's the thing that's scary about this. If UCLA won, they'd become 3-7. Like if this game was on the 12th, I think I'd be favoring that because 37 is the 12th prime. That's the one scary narrative here. UCLA with the win becomes 3-7. So let me go back to this head-to-head and look at the history of UCLA inside Arizona State, playing in this building. That's at UCLA. So Arizona State. Looks like they're 6-10 against UCLA at home. Be the 17th home meeting. Counted that right. Or I guess 6-9. Excuse me, 6-9 at home. 6-9. So this will be the 16th home game. Oh, you guys, I'm tripping. We haven't even done the quarterback. Wait, did we? Did we do the quarterbacks? We didn't do the quarterbacks on this. So we're missing the QBs. We got to do the QB part. My fault, you guys. We're analyzing this so thoroughly. Forgot to do the QBs. Hold on. Let's come back here. Did somebody give me the... Or did we do it just in the chat and I didn't make any notes? Maybe that was it. Maybe it was because nothing jumped out. That's right. We looked at the QBs in the chat. Nothing jumped out. Their birthdays were right by the game. All right, let's put this game on the back burner for a second. This one's tough because the way both teams' records work out makes it a dicier game to bet on there. Not the clearest read. So what game you guys want to look at next? Texas at Texas Tech. Okay, got it. So Texas is ranked 19. All right, Texas Tech football head-to-head. What a name. KK. Let's see. Oh, whoops, that's not it. Ball head-to-head records. Come on. There it is. Okay. So versus Texas. All right. So it's going to be the 67th game, the 19th prime. Texas is ranked 19, and they lead 49-17 all time. Okay. I should load up the ESPN page here because they show the lines. All right. 67th meeting. Texas leads. $49-17. And the last time they played, let's measure from the last time they played. 11/24/2017. So 50 weeks ago, yeah. So if you don't count the full span, it's 351 days later, the 26th triangular. All right. All right. In light of the fact that they played 50 weeks ago, notice that they played 50 weeks ago. Texas can pick up 50th win. That's relevant. Texas Longhorns football coach Tom Herman. Tom Herman coaching record. So Tom Herman, look, he can get his 14th win, and we know this is on the 14 date numerology, right? So that's big. Come bring this down here. Our date numerology. Tom Herman, Texas. Pick up 14th win. It's a big one. Let's see here. Tom Herman birthday. June 2nd, he's 43, the 14th prime. Let's see, June 2nd, 2018. Game's 161 days after his birthday, or 23 weeks. Football's 83. 83 is the 23rd prime. 5 months and 8 days, Maris. Let's see what the team name is. 161 kind of like 5, the golden ratio. Longhorns is 50. That's important. Going for that symbolic 50th win. Texas Longhorns, they got the 187 thing, huh? 191, the 43rd prime. 43, the 14th prime. Tech. What are Texas Tech? The Red Raiders? Is that their name? Red Raiders? Yeah. Okay, let's see. All right, nothing that jumps out in terms of the date. Okay. Let's see here. So he's 13-9. I guess theoretically that means he could pick up his 10th loss on the 10th too in an upset. But Texas could improve to 7-3, 73, the 21st prime. Important note there. Texas just a 1.5 point favorite, so they expect this to be a very close game. Texas Tech head coach, football. Wait, did I look up? Did I know? Forgot to note this. Game is 161 days, span of 162 after Herman's birthday. Let's see here. Red Raiders coach. Cliff Kingsbury. Okay. His 73rd game. Looking for win number 36. Lost 38. $35-37. The game August 9th. Game's 93 days after his birthday, or 94. That name gematria. Texas Tech's 5-4. Kingsbury's 54. Cliff. Okay. How Tom Herman spell his name? Just like that. Herman's got connections to the date, 59 and 32. All right. Something, whoa. What conference do they play in? Big 12, right? Something that might be good to look at, just like how we pay attention to the NFL, the days to the Super Bowl. Maybe it's good to look at the conference championship dates. Big 12 college football championship. What date is that set for here? December 1st. Just see how many days it is from that. 21 days. All right. Come to the chat for the QB information here. Sam Ellinger, thank you. September 30th, okay. "41 days, 13th prime." Also a span of 42 days. So I think this guy's a future Heisman winner, huh? Sam Ellinger. Let's see here. Kind of name gematria he's got going. He's got some numbers. So we got 39 date numerology. He's got the numbers. Big game here right now, rivalry game. Ellinger 39, okay. So the Texas coach and the QB have names going with the date. And again, that Texas coach can get his 14th win. 43 the 14th prime, big football numbers there. Right. Birthday was September 30th. 41 days. Back chat, you said Alan Bowman. Oh shoot, where'd it go? Alan Bowman, June 25th. He's got the George Orwell birthday. So 138 days after his birthday, or 139. Check his name, gematria. Alan Bowman. He's the Red Raiders quarterback. Texas Tech's 33, like Alan Bowman. Check here, Texas Tech. Didn't have any connections there, did it? Oh, Texas Tech is 138. That's interesting. Okay, well, that's important. Hmm. Hmm. Raiders. Red Raiders got that 169 square root 13. Let's see here. Let's go back to the hmm. Got to check something out real quick. Big 12. Big 12's 42. It's on the Big 12's 138 as well. Wow. Huh. That is interesting. Ooh. Hmm. 2 games in a row we looked at here are tight. Ah, let's hmm. Did we check out his coaching record? Yeah. Hmm. Let me see. I'm gonna read the comments, see if anyone's got a good observation here. Oh, different starter, huh? So we got okay, that makes a difference. We got a different starter. Okay, so Jet Duffy. All right, let's see what's up with him. Wait a minute. Didn't we just say one of these guys' birthday is June 25th? His birthday is June 25th. Huh. Both these guys have the same birthday, June 25th? That's a trip. That is a trip. Jet Doofy. We've got the 41 thing going. 31, 23. Knows Doofy's 67, the 19th prime, and this is the 67th meeting, right? Huh. So they're putting in this guy for the game who has the 67 name gematria for their 67th meeting. Well, all right. What jersey numbers do these guys wear? Let's see here. He's number 7. Sam Ellinger jersey number. He's number 11. So we got a 7-11 matchup. Okay. I can't believe those quarterbacks have the same birthday. All right. Yeah. Okay. We measured from June 25th. Yeah. It's very interesting that you must pronounce the name Duffy. Huh? Is it Duffy instead of Doofy? Yeah. 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 But both of those games back to back, tight narratives there. Oh. Tom Herman can get that 14th win, though, on a 14 date numerology. That's a tough one to overlook. Being number 19 in the 65th game. Texas would become 7-3, like 73, the 21st prime. They do it over Cliff Kingsbury in his 73rd game. I'm trying to think if there's a relevance to. Did we miss something there with the win-loss records? Longhorns. Texas Longhorns. Texas Longhorns again, 191, which is the 43rd prime, 43, the 14th prime. What's so interesting, though, is this quarterback that they put in. Again, he's got the 67 name gematria for the 67th game, and then how it lines up perfectly from his birthday to the game. Usually, when you got some alignment with a coach or a QB and the amount of days and it going with a team, usually, more often than not, that team wins. So I see that for Texas Tech. I don't see it for the Longhorns, but that's not always. It's just most often. So we'll set that one on the back burner. We at the end we can go review all these games because people will no doubt come in here at the end and say, "Hey, can you go over what we went over and see if we can come up with a tiebreaker on these?" Let me just go out to the chat real quick. Yeah, Alabama, Mississippi State's a waste of time. Alabama's obviously going to win. It's like last week when I first looked at it, I was like, oh, 1 verse 3, that's 13. That's usually Alabama's number. But then we looked at it, and it seemed like there was a riddle for an upset. But obviously that didn't happen. So, yeah, we were talking about how you get the 10th loss on the 10th day. Exactly, Jules. It's there. It's there. Oh, that's a good observation, Jeremy, about 18. That 18th win. Wasn't there a 35 on the board for this game too? Oh, somebody was sitting at 35. Well, that's interesting how it's interesting how 18 sums to 70 and 3 and 35 as well. Did you catch that? It becomes tricky as well. It's like, does that mean he stays on 35? No, because he'd have to get the 18th win. Couldn't get the third. Again, I'll say it again. More often than not, when there's a distance in birthdays that aligns with a QB or a coach, that team usually wins. And we see it here with this quarterback that they've inserted for this game, who also has the perfect name gematria to go with the 67th matchup. And then Jeremy points out that 18 equals 73, could get 18th win. That is interesting. All right, let's take a peek at another game, and then we'll come back and review and see if anybody has any icebreakers. That's a good point there. Yeah, Frabru, that's a good point. 314, 73. The word number equals 73. Pi that special number. That's a good thought right there. The 73rd day of the year is Pi Day, March 14th. The word number equals 73. Herm Edwards is 55 too. Boy, is it ever. Herm Edwards, 55. Sun Devils. Sun Devils, 55 and 118 like Herm Edwards. Perfect. All right, let's come back just real quick, peek at that. That would be a nice story for UCLA after the fires. Yeah, with the UCLA win, both teams' records would make a lot of sense. It is true. That's the only way for both teams' records to make perfect sense is if UCLA wins, because they'd become 3-7. All right, we'll go through it again at the end. See if we can iron out these close narratives. Rockets Spurs. Okay, that's what we want to look at here. I see people talking about the Rockets. Rockets Spurs. Spurs said, oh no, we'll do that. But what day do these teams play? Try to just do date games for tomorrow, since we got tomorrow's date numerology ironed out for the sake of time. Again, everybody can do what I do. I mean, it's just a matter of looking over the records, measuring from the dates, and then finding the games where the alignments are really nice. You know, I think it's worth, you don't have to bet on every game. Find the games where it's like, okay, there's a clear narrative there. Where are they at? Rocket Spurs. Okay. So this is tomorrow, November 10th. I know Spurs got that 21 gematria right off the bat, and we know that we got the 21 date numerology. All righty, so let's just put this up here. Get these stats up here. What are they done in the playoffs? Playoffs. All right, let's look at this. All right, so it's going to be the 194th game. Zoom this in here. 194th game. Spurs lead 107 to 86. And in the playoffs, Rockets lead playoffs 12-10. That's all time. Spurs lead 117-98. That means it'll be the 217th game all time. No. 216th game all time. So let's grab our date numerology up here. Spurs equals 21 and 39. I think Houston Rockets got the 59 thing going. Let's see. Houston Rockets, 59. Remember, 59, the 17th prime, NBA 17. Okay. Houston's also 32. Let's see here. San Antonio Spurs. Spurs. If the Warriors are playing on this day, you know, they got the two guys with the 314 connection. Don't forget that. Okay, let's see here. So, just double check, make sure nobody's names sync up with these records. San Antonio Spurs. See it. Houston. Nice. See what happened there in the last game. Last game was April 1st, 2018. The Spurs took it. So consider just things to think about. Last time was the 193rd game, right? The 44th prime. And that's a big number there with the Rockets. Rockets equals 44. James Harden equals 44. Chris Paul equals 44. So 193rd game, 44th prime. Spurs beat the Rockets in that game by 17. All right, let's see here. April 1st, the last time they played, San Antonio equals 41. So the date connected to San Antonio. $223 days later, the 48th prime. So last played 223 days ago. Nobody had that 48 connection, did they? He has a connection to 48. Okay. Is James Harden back? Let me see. Let me just come into the chat. You guys will know. Is James Harden still injured? When you say no, he isn't, you mean he's playing? So Harden's in the game. He's playing. Okay. Let's see something. Harden's probably the biggest star in this game. Let's see. So it's 77 days. It's Harden's 77th day. Houston's got that 77 gematria. Let's look at how he's done against the Rockets. Let's see here. James Harden versus the Spurs. So he's 112 and lost 19. 112, lost 19. It's going to be his 32nd game against the Spurs. Okay. Like, seriously? I can't. Let's see here. Let's look at the coaches. Rockets coach Antony 8th. Game's 186 days after D'Antoni's birthday, or his 187th game. $175th game with Houston. He could pick up Rockets coach could pick up 51st loss on day leaving 51 days in the year. Okay, he's 124 and 50 with Rockets. It's 579 and 4. Those numbers aren't going to help us. Just double check to make sure 477 is not prime. Let's see. Yeah. Those records don't help us, but he could pick up his 51st loss with the Rockets on the day leaving 51 days left in the year. That's big. Spurs would become 7-4 if that happened. Let's check something real quick. All right. Spurs. Is Popovich still the coach of the Spurs? He's got to be, right? Yeah. Greg Popovich. That basketball gematria 85. Popovich. Let's see. June 28th. Let's see. So the game's going to come on Popovich's 41st week of his age. Spurs 41. They last beat the Rockets on April 1st. Was that game in yeah, last game was in San Antonio too. The last time the Rockets beat the Spurs in San Antonio was February 1st. Let's just look at that game too, how long ago that was. That was on the 32nd day of the year. Houston 32. Okie dokie. Let's see. Popovich, 1,203 wins, going for 1,204. Yeah, his win-loss record doesn't exactly help. Let's make sure there's no. They also play at the AT&T Center. AT&T is also 41 like San Antonio. Huh, that's funny. Let's see. When they play next, Rockets, Spurs head to head, or Rockets, Spurs schedule. Let's see. Next play on November 30th. So they next play on a date with 41 numerology as well. One. They play again. Huh. San Antonio. Oh, doesn't matter. Whew, I'm just thinking about what could happen here in the games ahead. So they play again 20 days later. See the distance in these games. They must have already played once this season. Let's see. Happened in the last game. So they haven't played yet this season. Notice the Spurs went down with 93 in the preseason. Spurs is 93 with the alphabetic order. Funny. So they haven't played yet in the regular season? Well, then shouldn't they play each other 4 times? I thought they'd play each other 4 times. I must be mistaken about that. Okay, I guess those are the matchups. All right, so let's think about the win-loss record. Right now, the Spurs have 107 wins, the 28th prime. The next one will be the 108th. When they played in the preseason, the Spurs went down to the Rockets, who won 108. That game was how many days before was that? And 34 days later. Let me come to the chat, see if anybody's got any good observations here. So Denham Davis writes, 13th win against the Spurs for Harden, and all-time record will be between the two teams is 98 to 117. With the Rockets win, it will be 99 to 117. That does have the 13. You're right. The 13 does connect to both there. But the thing is the date numerology isn't 13. There's no true 13 connection to the date. Oh, okay. So I got it. They got a game in. Let's see it. Let's see how long that fourth game is away. They also play on March 22nd. That's funny that they last played 223 days ago last season. March 22nd, 2019. They play 132 days later or a span of 133. That's okay. I mean, the whole point of this is just to learn from each other and have a discussion. So it's cool you guys are having this conversation. Yeah, you guys can get on the Discord. You just guys got to figure out how to talk and turn. Might be hard with a group. So Suave makes a good observation. He says the next game the Spurs and Rockets play is November 30th, 20 days later. The Spurs can enter that game with 71 home wins, 71 the 20th prime. I forgot to use M cubed. That's what I need to go to. I need to go to M cube. Forgot about my site here that I like now. All right, let's see. Spurs. Where are you? There you are. Series records, Houston Rockets. Home. So there it is. They get their 71st win. And then Rockets, Spurs schedule. Tonight's games we're looking at aren't the easy ones. I do see what you're saying, though, that if it became 117 and 99, both numbers have the 13 connection. And then San Antonio is 41, the 13th prime. So that'd be a nice little 13 ritual there. What game number is it for both teams? The 11th game for both teams. And it is. Let's see. If only the date had a 13 connection. That's the only thing. The date doesn't have that connection to 13, but I do see the riddle with what you're saying. All right. Well, here. Let's see if we can find a game that has a nice alignment. Here. You guys, here's how I'm gonna do it. The way you guys pick games, here's what I do when I look at games. Like I'll just look at the day's games, right? And I'll just scan over them with my eyes. And I'll just look for things that jump out at me. Just looking at the records. Because like I said, it's usually in the records. Like I'd be interested in looking at this game right here to see if there's an upset narrative because Arizona equals 39. The Suns playing Arizona. That's something that stands out. Cleveland falling to 1-11 makes a lot of sense. Basketball game 1-11. The Bulls becoming 4-9 makes a lot of sense. What is it? Chicago Bulls? Is that what's 49? Yeah, it is. I just missed the A there. So, like, that game has a lot of rhyme and reason to it. Chicago Bulls 4-9. Cavs falling to 1-11. That has the rhyme and reason. If the Spurs win tomorrow, what would jump out? Just looking at it this way, if the Spurs won, they'd be 7-4, right? And the Rockets would fall to 4-7. Oftentimes relevant numbers. Watch like what happens in a game like this because I imagine Dallas ends up being 4-9 with their record. If they lose tomorrow, that probably means they win the game after. We know that we like the Lakers to improve to 6-6 because Lakers equals 66, LeBron equals 66, LeBron James 66. They're playing the Kings, the King James Bible 66 books. Both teams would become 6-6. King James was born in 1566. So, that game, a lot pops out there about that game. Trying to think what Memphis is. Yeah, so yeah, like the Bulls game. That's a safe pick to me. The Lakers game's a safe pick. Here, I'll make all of you guys mods so you can all share links. I'll take a moment to do this. All of you guys can be mods in here. I don't have a problem with any of you being mods. The people who are already mods are just people who got probably the mods in normal chat. Let's see. All right, I think I made everybody a mod. If you guys keep typing and I see that there's not a wrench next to your name, I'll fix it. I think I got everybody though. If I skipped you, I didn't mean to. Oh wow, that is a really cool observation. I got to make a note about that. Lakers can get head-to-head win 273 versus Kings. Huh. Sinking with the date he died. Amazing. Death equals 228 too. If people don't know that, 228 days after the day, death equals 228. That's when you take the alphabetic order and multiply times 6. What other games you guys want to look at? What other games you guys want to look at? Just for your guys, look, what I recommend doing, you guys, is just looking at head-to-head records. And once I mean, if you guys decode these teams every day, then the team numbers will start sticking in your head. But because more often than not, it's just surface level. More often than not in basketball, if the win-loss record goes in the way of a team, it usually ends up that way. Obviously it can't be that way every time, but when you see those possibilities, which come up more than you think, usually goes that way. The date numerology is always important too. $1189 is the number of chapters in the entire Bible. 939 or 929 in the Old Testament and 260 in the New Testament. Oh, here's somebody who didn't get a wrench. Now you got one. Oh, I thought I gave you a wrench. All right, now you got one. You got one now. Everybody should have a wrench. Gators, Gamecocks. All right. Let's see. Let's go back to it. Let's go back to it. All right, I'll do it this way. If Boston loses tonight and falls to 7-5, just remember Boston in basketball are 85. There's no way they're not winning their next game. I didn't even know who needed to look at who they're playing next. If they lose tonight and fall to 7-5, they're going to be 8-5 the next game. Let's see. Or wait, we want college football. My fault. Gators. Florida. Okay, Florida. All right. Let's come back here. It's not the right one. Where's the head-to-head? There we go. South Carolina. All right, it's going to be the 39th game. 26-9. Let's come back. Right here. So it's the 39th game on a date with 39 numerology. So numbers to keep in mind of the score. Very possible we get a score in that neighborhood. All right. So Florida leads 26-9-3. Check the gematria Gamecocks. Gamecocks got a connection to the date. Carolina Gamecocks. Square root 19, but we don't have that numerology. No. Florida Gators. Gators. Let's look at the last time they played. Check that in a minute. Hold on. So the last time they played was exactly a year ago. So they played 52 weeks ago. All right. So they're 15-2 and 2 at home. 15-2 and 2 at home. Florida is 15-2 and 2 at home against SC. With a Florida win, they'd become 7-3, right? Like how 73 is the 21st prime. Back and look at this real quick. Florida Gators. Should just make a note here that Florida Gators, it equals 64, but if you take into account the rule with S, it is also 73. So they can become 6-4 or 7-3. Remember, always the rule for S can be 1 or 10. There's one S here, so you can add 9 more, 73. Just double check. Gamecocks. All right, let's look at the coaches. Will Moosecamp. He's got a good football birthday, same day as Tom Brady, August 3rd. "99 days after his birthday, or 100. So he could potentially get his 21st win. Could also get his 15th loss to number 15, Florida. Okay. It's 20-14. I just gotta look one more time. About Florida Gators coach. And Mullen. So first year with him, 6-3. $75-49 overall. If he beat the Gamecocks, he'd stay on 49 losses. Let's see here. Gainesville. And Hill Griffin. You can get his 76th win in Ben Hill Griffin Stadium. We got the 76th thing. Note about that. CC. So Southeastern Conference. Southeastern Conference 100. It was this guy's 100th day of his age. All right, let's see. We got QBs for this game. Oh, did I miss making somebody a mon? Oh, whoops. All right, I'll fix that. No, it says he's a mon. I don't know why it doesn't show a wrench next to his name. Because on my thing it shows he's a, it says I can remove him as a moderator. I don't know why it doesn't show a wrench there. He should be a mod. Yeah, the Lakers are a safe bet tomorrow. I said that in my decode for the last game. I said why I like the Lakers to win so they'd have a chance to become 6-6 against the Kings because of how tight that riddle was. I don't know why for some of you it doesn't show the wrench next to your name even though you are mods. Oh, there we go. Now it's showing up. Felipe Franks, thank you. 12/22/97. So he's coming up on his 21st birthday. It's 42 days before his birthday, or 43. He's the Florida QB. So Florida's 43. So it's football. Gematria. Felipe Franks is 64, like Florida Gators. And his name's also 73 because he's got one S in it. So it's 64, 73. Okay. Okay. What's Gators again? All right, let's check the other QB out. Jake Bentley. The game's 13 days before his birthday. Jake Bentley. He's got Gematria 38 like Florida. Bentley, good football name, 8329, just like football. Birthday, right? 13 days, span of 14. The only thing that makes it a little bit tricky here is the fact that SC's coach can pick up his 21st career win with SC on this date with 21 numerology. Could also get his 15th loss against number 15 Florida. Florida has a history of dominating South Carolina at home, though, 15-2-2. Let's take a look at when let's see, where I got this at. When was the last time SC won in Florida? Let's see. The last time they won. So last meeting, Florida lost a year ago at South Carolina. They won at home, won at South Carolina. Okay, so the last time they lost at home was November 15th, 2014. So that probably would have been, let's see here, exactly 4 years ago on the same day. November, same week of the college football season. 208 weeks. See something here. I'm just thinking mathematically, 7 is the fourth prime, right? And 10 is the fourth triangular number. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. 10. I think some rhyme and reason to pick up the 7th win. It is week 11. I guess that's something to consider. We know about how 7 and 11 go together. It is week 11 of the college football season. So look at that. Week 11. And got that 63 thing going. Did you notice that 11 equals 27? Florida could pick up 27th win. And if the Florida coach wins against the Gamecocks, he stays on 49 losses. Get the 76th win in the right stadium. The Florida QB, the birthday lines up with Florida. You know how I'm also noticing how 11 is 63 and 99, and South Carolina could become 6 and 3, and it is 99 days after coach's birthday. Yeah, this narrative's kind of tight too. Let's see who Florida plays next. Florida Gator schedule. Play Idaho next. Vandals. Let's see if we can get a clue there. Idaho Vandals. If they won, they'd be 7-3 and facing the Vandals next. They'd have a chance to become 8-3, big football number. Hmm. Let's see. South Carolina football schedule. Chattanooga. Chattanooga Mocs. Tennessee. The name is also 65. Hmm. Yeah, this one. The one thing that's encouraging for Florida is the fact that it's 40 span of 43 days from the QB's birthday. Big Florida number. It's definitely not the clearest read. Back to the chat here. Yeah, Sarah, when it's late, man, get that rest. Oh, Aaron D, I went to the next game before you could finish typing. Let me go back up and see what you wrote. Oh, somebody's looking for the book. Did I not get you a wrench? No, you're a wrench now. Oh, UGA AU. Okay, we can look at that game. Georgia Auburn. Hockey game Flames Kings. Dez to the Saints 88 days before the Super Bowl. I got to look at that. Seahan says Kentucky is trying to end its 16-game slide at Tennessee. Let's take a look at that game. Do I ever get a numbers hangover after long days like this? No, not as long as I sleep. But Some days my mind functions better than others, that's for sure. Let's see. Tennessee, Kentucky, head-to-head college football. M Cube's got this too for college football. Huh. What was the numbers on this? All right, let's see here. I don't want to do it over here. So Kentucky's lost 16 straight at Tennessee. Let's just see. Volunteers, Tennessee Volunteers. Tennessee's 106, kind of like 16, and Kentucky's lost 16 straight there. Wildcats. Wildcats 53, the 16th prime, right? They've lost 16 straight. Kentucky Wildcats. 102nd game. Okay. Okay. 102nd game. Tennessee leads. $74, 19, 8. Today, man, these decodes are today. Just the numbers are not lining up for like they do normally in weeks. Some off week here, week 11. The first thing I notice is Tennessee could become 5-5 on the 10th. 55, the 10th Fibonacci number. 55, the 10th triangular number. Kentucky could lose 17 straight at 10:59, the 17th prime. Those things jump out on the surface. It's just so, man, like the problem with the information age is you're constantly distracted, right? There's just constantly like messages and beeps and alerts. It's just hard to focus in the information age. Kentucky. Let's see. All right, so nothing pops out there. Knoxville. Just think about this. This guy's sending way too many messages. Okay. Kentucky football head coach Mark Stoops. Must be the brother of Bomb Stoops. Mark Stoops has got the date numerology connection. All right. Stoops. He can get his 34th win over Tennessee. That stands out right away because Tennessee's 34. Okay. He is 33 and pick up his 39th loss as well on 39 date numerology. Just line up with his birthday. All right, about the other coach. Jeremy Pruitt. His name equals 72, and it's the Stoops coach 72nd game. It's interesting. So he's a new coach. Pruitt is 4-5. Pruitt 32. Jeremy and Pruitt both 32, huh? It's interesting. Righty. Note that Kentucky, if they became all right, Kentucky football. Starting QB. Terry Wilson. Terry Wilson, birthday. Not the right guy. Let me come to chat. Maybe one of you guys got already. Let's hear Terry Wilson. Tennessee Vols. Yeah, Bulls and Lakers look good tomorrow. Here, you guys want to take a break and answer about this Wolves game real quick? Let me see what's up with this game here. They play. Yeah, so Boston lost, so look for Boston to win their next game. Get their magic number, 8-5. So Timberwolves fall into 4-8, right? It's because I think this all has to do with the LeBron ritual. You know, James is 48. But they're about to get that loss, huh? So they'll become 4-9. Yeah, I'd have to look more at that game. Sacramento's got the fires going on. Did you guys notice that Minnesota lost with 110 the other night to LeBron? Minnesota equals 110 with the alphabetic order. Anyway. Yeah, looking at the Jeremy wants to see his new Family Guy clip real quick. Okay, let's do it. There. Let me get to your channel. How are you finding all these clips, Jeremy?
Go, good game. Ready, blue 20, hot, hot. Griffin, let go. Let's go.
Hold on, I gotta go back real quick.
Griffin, let go. Let's go.
See that number right there? That number's jumping out at me. Redskins Patriots 53 right on the screen. That's what caught my eye.
Go, good game. Ready. Blue 20! Blue 20! Hot, hot! Griffin, let go! Let's go!
Oh, I see. Jeremy slowed it down so we can catch that 53. Yeah, Jeremy wants to make sure we see the 53. That's very interesting. So Jeremy points out that Washington 12:45 and Jewish like 12:45 on the clock. I'm also just thinking about how Tom's number 12 and New England's 45. So released on January 29th, America equals 129 in Jewish. The 99th season, the United States of America 99. Huh. Very cool. Thumbs up. Link that in the chat. Did anyone have the birthday for that Kentucky quarterback? I didn't see his birthday. Here. Kentucky college football reference. So they get their 480 adjusted. What's the adjusted mean? What's the adjusted? Okay. Too many windows open. Computer's on fire. All right. Come back here and try to finish this Kentucky Tennessee thing. Tennessee fell to 1-5. Tennessee 47-15 prime. Ayland Stadium. See football. Starting QB versus Kentucky. Oh, this is week. Oh, that was week 11. It's week 10. Oh my God. Way too many ads here.
A little confident.
Jarrett Guarantano. All right, Jarrett Guarantano. Okay. November 14th. So his game's right before his birthday. '59 date numerology. Back up here and look at Kentucky and Wildcats. Wildcats is 125. Numerology is 55 and 125. We'll abstract on the thinking there. Ooh. This week, none of the games we're looking at are giving us a clear read. So in this one, the most standout things are that Stoops can get his 34th win over Tennessee, and Tennessee's 34 in the most pure cipher. The potential to go 5-5 on the 10th is very interesting too. In the whole 55-10 thing. And if Kentucky did lose, it would be their 17th straight loss at Tennessee. On a date with 59 numerology, 59 the 17th prime. The QB for Tennessee's Guarantano, this name with 59 gematria. I got to see what the hell this guy, I mean, how many messages he sent now? Like 30? You guys, this is why I don't go on Facebook, because when I go on there, just everyone starts messaging me. It's just like, all right, cool. I appreciate your decode, but I don't have time to look at all this stuff, man. See, it's just like, God, what it means is I probably have to unfriend you because you're going to drive me nuts. Anyway. Ugh. There's something I'm missing here. Wildcats is 5-3. They would fall to 5-3 in the SEC with a loss. Right. The 11 seed in week 11. Well, unfortunately, nothing definitive in that narrative. Somebody asked for an NHL game. Yeah, Tommy wrote Kentucky rarely beats Tennessee in K-Town. They're in a 16-game losing streak. They could get their 17th loss in a row in Tennessee on a date with 59 numerology, the 17th prime. So I am thinking Kentucky's going to lose that game because there's a lot of rhyme and reason, but there wasn't an overwhelmingly clear narrative. But I am favoring their I'm favoring Tennessee to pick up the W over Kentucky. So, but the one thing is, the Kentucky coach could get his 34th win over Tennessee. Then that would break the streak at 16 straight losses, where Wildcats equals 53, the 16th prime. So that's what makes it tricky. There's nothing. Did I check the Jeremy Pruitt birthday? Maybe I skipped that. Yeah, I think I forgot to check that. Could give us something. 8/28, 2018. Ah, that is important. Game is 166 days, 167 after Pruitt's birthday. 167, 39th prime. And on a date with 39 numerology, Kentucky's coach could pick up their 39th loss. Now we see how that connects with the Tennessee coach birthday. That's a big piece right there. Let me see something. Tennessee Volunteers. Cats. Wildcats. Let me see. Kentucky plays at Middle Tennessee next week too, so he could also get his 34th win against that Tennessee team. Thanks, C Hands. That's a good observation. I think Tennessee is going to get the W here. I think this piece right here with another 39 on this game, Stoops getting his 39th loss on a date with 39 numerology, and then he could get his 34th win over Middle Tennessee next week. So becoming 5-5 on the 10th, I think I do like Tennessee in this game. 17 straight losses on the 59 date numerology. So I think that's a winner there. Let me come back. Somebody was asking about NHL. Jules is good at keeping track of things. I'll post the notes on that secret blog that Jules just mentioned. I'll put them over there. So did everybody see that link? GematryFXSports.blogspot.com. Right now, there's only one post there. I was going to put all the football games there. Flames at Kings. Okay, Flames at Kings. You got it. And I think we'll wrap it up for tonight. It's getting late already. Flames, Kings. All right, so the Kings are at home. Here, I need the ESPN so I can see the standings. ESPN. What's this? All right. Let's see here. So we got Calgary Flames. And all right, so it's going to be the 240th game. Notice right away just that the Flames could get their 10th win on the 10th. That's interesting right away. And consider like what's going on in Los Angeles right now, the fires, the Flames are coming into town. So that's just kind of like, that's creepy. Okay, let's see. 240th game. Flames lead 121. '91, 21-6. Let's see here. So on the day leaving 51 days left in the year, Calgary Flames equals 51. Remember, it's 314th day of the year, leaving 51 days remaining. Did the Warriors play tomorrow? Seems like they should have the Warriors playing tomorrow. Calgary Flames, 51. Kings, Los Angeles. All right, so let's think about this. So Flames could pick up 10th win and Kings 10th loss on the 10th. That'd be very numerological. I mean, you know, it just makes sense too in light of what's going on, the fires in LA, Flames coming in and beating LA as they are doing in real life. Where's that head-to-head at? Let's try M cubed. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Los Angeles Kings. Series records. Calgary Flames. So notice they could get their 55th loss at home against the Flames on the 10th. And 55 and 10 are like peas in a pod. Kings are 68, 54, and 9. That's a big deal right there. And for the record, Burn equals 55, so does Los Angeles. But isn't this riddle just making too much sense right here in light of what's going on in the world? As sick as it is, God, these people are the worst. For the record, Fire does have gematria of 43. 43, the 14th prime. Let's see. Calgary Flames manager Brad Tree Living. I don't know how to say that name. Tree Living. August 18th. Okay. Named 84 days after his birthday, or a span of 85 days. I don't know standout things about the National Hockey League like I do the other leagues. Huh. So his name equals 84 and the game's 84 days after his birthday. That's interesting. Symbolic game. His name equals 55 too. 55 and 53 like Burn. Also like Los Angeles. Let's see what his record is. Is that his name? Why didn't that come up? Huh. I don't get that. Isn't that who the coach is? Hold on here. Huh. Okay, let's try this again. I don't know why we cannot find this guy's coaching record. That's bizarre. Okay. Billy. $167, the 39th prime. We got the 39 date numerology. Okay, so he just started coaching this guy. He's the new coach. Let's see how many days after his birthday it is. Born on the 42nd day of the year. $272 days, or on his 39th week. So that's interesting. It's his 39th week of his age. His name's 167, the 39th prime. That is interesting. All right. I think it makes sense for this whole 10 ritual to happen. Oh, I got the wrong coach. See hands, let me know I got the wrong coach. Bill Peters, the coach. Bill Peter, Flames coach. All right. What's up with Bill Peters? Bill Peters, 118, like Los Angeles, California. Peters. See what's up with the Peters coaching record. Looking for a win number. Okay, so he's new with Calgary, this guy. So looking for that 10th win. So two relatively new coaches. I think it makes a lot of sense for them, the Flames to become 10-6 and the Kings to become 5-10, and especially the fact that they can pick up their 55th. Hold up. That's what I screwed up. That was a screw up there. I am getting tired. Calgary's not at home; they're away. But at the same time, they can pick up their 43rd away win and Fire's 43 on the date with 14 numerology. So that has some rhyme and reason to it too. What was the record overall? This will be the 135th game. That fire in Los Angeles. Oh, it's called the Woolly Fire. Is that what it is? Oh, what is it called again? Woolsey. Woolsey Fire's got the 55 thing going too. Oh no, I was tripping. God, I am just tired. So the Kings could get their 55th loss at home. The Kings could get their 55th loss at home. And then that even makes more sense because now we see the name of that fire going on there. The Woolsey Fire has this 55 thing going on. So yeah, I like the Flames to win at the Kings. Let's see. I think that has a lot of rhyme and reason to it. Let me come back to the chat. Is anyone in disagreement? I think the Flames got that one. Oh, Red Medallion points out University of Kentucky was established 153 years ago. That's the 17th triangular number. So that's another connection to that 17 thing. Perhaps that's also a reason for them to lose 17 straight against rival Tennessee. Sorry for all you people down in LA, man. I know how it is with these smoky skies. It's the worst. You can't even breathe outside. All right, you guys. Well, you know the ropes how to decode. Just it's the date numerology. It's measuring from the key people's birthdays, and it's looking for those strong alignments. Tonight we didn't find the greatest alignments in a lot of the games we looked at, but we got a little bit of a hunch for what to expect in terms of numbers on the games. So it's kind of how it is. You got to search for the games that have the real strong numbers stacking in one team's favor. Like in the basketball, things look really good for the Lakers to beat the Kings, for the Chicago Bulls to get the win over the Cavs. Those look clear. Everything else I do feel pretty good about the Flames over the Kings too. That looks pretty good. Yeah, the Flames over the Kings was a good one too. I agree. The Flames over the Kings was looking good. All right, you guys, let's call it a night. We'll be back tomorrow with the football decodes. Again, that always starts at 1 p.m. Pacific. That's 4 Eastern. So you got to do the math on your time zone. 1 p.m. Eastern. We go through all the football games. And now we also got the gematria phone line if people want to call in as we go about it. So thanks for all the help, everyone. Wish the narratives were a little more clear tonight, but it is what it is. Yeah, you're welcome for the hard work. I wish the hard work was more fruitful tonight. I don't feel like we got the most fruit, but sometimes it's just that way. So remember, you guys, when you decode games, I really think the best way to do is just like quickly to scan over and see if you can get some clear alignments in the win-loss records. Just use Gematrinator, punch in the team names, see if anything pops there. Because usually it is straightforward like that in basketball. It's like yeah, I've made the point before. You know what I'm going to say. All right, you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great evening. Have a great day tomorrow. And thanks for that football clip too, Jeremy. Good stuff, man. All right, take care, all.